All right, so I had something great come in today. I'm pretty excited about it. I have one more delivery coming probably in a couple of weeks, but I did buy the ASV RT25. I'm going to break down the price point for you guys, what I got with it, and how much it cost me. So, without further ado, let's take a look. All right, so as you can see, I bought the brand new 2019 RT25. Pretty good machine. It's a little bit different than the other one that I was running in my other videos, but it's virtually the same machine, just new. As you can tell, everything doesn't even have 1 hour on it. It is a beautiful machine, and I'm really excited about it. We got a 4-in-1 bucket to go with it, a pair of pallet forks, and a mini skid steer attachment plate so we can hook our low flow attachments for like a Harley rake, a grapple bucket, all that kind of stuff. We got that for this particular machine. ASV has a little bit bigger plate, so this just makes it where we can go down to that standard Ditch Witch, Boxer, Dingo attachment plate and run the same hydraulics for their machines. It's the same thing. This is still classified as a mini skid steer, so it'll work out. So I'm pretty excited about that. We have probably 3 weeks to wait till that comes in, and yeah, pretty excited about it. So let's go look at what we paid for it. All right, so there's your first look at my new machine. Let's get down to the nitty gritty and what I actually paid for it. Here's a quote that the invoice they sent me. All together, it's a little bit different than the last video I told you. With all the attachments, the 4-in-1 bucket, pallet forks, tooth bar, and the adapter plate was $35,234, and then tax is $500. So, at least in my state, South Carolina, that's pretty good deal on a piece of equipment. I think I looked at a lot of other brands in trying to find what the best machine was for me, and that was it was kind of eye-opening. Of one, when you buy a bigger machine, you're going to have a lot more cost, as well as you're limited to the size of the machine. Even the last job I used that rental one on, there's no way I could have used a full-size machine. Well, I mean, I may could have if the circumstance was right, but I've never been in a machine where I would have been that comfortable on a slope like that. So you're limited to size, and financing is going to kill you on a bigger machine. Let's talk about some numbers on some other machines that I looked at. I wrote them down here. The Bobcat T595, which is their new one, or 2019 anyway. I got a price on that, and they started with like a couple thousand down. They started it at $58,000 for your financing, plus whatever you borrowed on it, or the interest on what you borrowed on it. So I mean, you're looking at a pretty expensive machine for a base machine. Well, I guess that was with a cab. And then their smaller platform, like the Ditch Witch, the stand-on version, which is their T85, it started around $35, and that was basically with just a bucket. And most dealers didn't include a bucket in their price. That's what I liked about the ASV. You got a bucket with the machine when you bought it. Even if you just bought the machine, you still got a bucket with it, which I thought that made sense. I would think that's how you would sell a machine. Anyway, so I also looked at the John Deere G17, and it started around $69 with a cab on it. Without a cab, I think it was around low 50s, maybe 51, 52. I don't have the quote for that one, so I don't remember. And then the quote I got for the Ditch Witch SK 1050, which is their biggest class. It was before they came out with the 3000 series, I guess it was. But it was a 3,000 or 4,000 pound machine with I want to say it was a 1,500 pound lifting capacity, which is about what the ASV has at 30%. And so it started at around 45,000 with a bucket, and I can't remember if it was with a bucket or with pallet forks too, but they wanted like $1,500 for their pallet forks. for that machine, because it uses that small adapter plate, but it uses the small adapter plate, but it's also 48 inches wide. So it was still fairly expensive, and I was dead set on buying that actually until I really got a quote on it and the numbers and what it really would cost me and what the capabilities of it was. So then I started looking at the bigger machines because they could lift more, like paver pallets and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, what's the best for my business? What do I really need? Do I really need to lift pallets all the time? Is that, if I'm gonna have a machine, is that all it's gonna do? Is it gonna move pallets for me? Or can I use something to actually, prep jobs? I couldn't have used it on that job because it was too wide. So, I always had a small ditch witch that could fit through any gate. So to me, it's what's really the focus of this machine, and I found that a smaller machine is what I need, but big enough to get the work done, enough power to move a fair amount of material, enough power to dig. I did find that being on the back of a machine, when you're trying to push down and dig with a stand-on machine, I felt like you didn't have enough breakout force. And even with, I never tried a tooth bucket, but I did have a tooth bar, a root rake, and my smaller machine just never seemed to have that power. So I feel that the ASV is that perfect blend for my business. It's a perfect price point, not terribly expensive. My payment on it is around $650. And I know you can get an insurance from my finance company. I got a brochure with the rest of my paperwork that came in, and it's around another $100 for your insurance if you just get it through them, so you don't have to worry about going through your insurance company, and it covers a fair amount. So I find that the ASV was the best buy for the money as compared to any other brand, and it's the most versatile. So that's my opinion. I wish somebody had an in-depth video like that on price points and whatnot before I really went out looking a couple months ago. So I hope this helps somebody out. I hope that somebody else can be like, that's the machine for me, I'm gonna go buy one too. So I hope you guys have a great one. I hope you guys continue to watch my videos. I got lots more ASV videos to come because I've got plenty of projects to use this machine on. So I hope you guys stick around. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.